Hello. How are you? I'd messed up my layers, but I'm here now. Let's fix that first. And yes, I see that you saw my thumbnail. Do you like the pun? But let us begin.
しかし、未知をゼロに返すための
Let's get in. And let's get started on this first story. Wait a second. Oh. Whoops. Right, I'll turn on the audio. A familiar visitor. Girl's nightmare. Once upon a time, there was a girl who loved dreams and fairy tales, but one day she began having dreams in which a wicked wolf attacked her. Friends. That girl. A familiar visitor. The Special Investigations Department is visiting the SS Identity to look into matters involving the Chaos Order. They say life's journey is full of unexpected encounters. That's what I thought when the Special Investigations Department came to the SS Identity to investigate the Chaos Order. Why is that mute? Aha! Long time no see, Captain. It's been a while, Yuki.
건강해 보이셔서 다행입니다, 함장님.
I'm glad to see you're doing well, Captain.
이번에 테라시온의 카오스 교단 조사 협력 요청으로 달려왔습니다만.
We rushed over because Terrasion asked us to help with the Chaos Order investigation, but... Amir looked around. Amid the stares from all directions, hardly any seems friendly.
환영받지 못하는 것 같군요.
I guess we're not welcome here.
어쩔 수 없지.
Can't be helped.
유스티티아 출신이 에데니티에서 좋은 취급받을 리가 없으니까.
There's no way folks from the Justitia would get a warm welcome on the Identity.
오래된 경쟁 구도잖아. 늙은이들한테도 들은 적이 있어.
It's an old rivalry, right? I heard the old-timers talking about it.
무서워.
So scary. Adelheid muttered and stuck close behind Amir. Anxiety dwelled in her wandering eyes.
너무 걱정하지 마, 아델.
Don't worry too much, Adele.
무슨 일이 있더라도 지켜줄 테니까.
I'll protect you no matter what. Okay.
그보다 사건 현장은 어디야?
So, where's the crime scene?
카오스와 손을 잡은 나쁜 놈들의 수사는 우리가 전문이지.
Investigating bad guys who teamed up with Chaos? Now that's our specialty.
빨리 안내해줘, 함장.
Hurry up and show us, Captain. Inside the moving vehicle, Adelheid seems somewhat deflated. Are you okay? As soon as I spoke, Adelheid flinched in surprise and clung to Amir again. Noticing how tense Adelheid was, Amir gave a bitter smile and patted her head.
죄송합니다, 함장님.
I'm sorry, Captain.
아들은 특히 남의 적이에 민감하거든요.
Adele is particularly sensitive to others' hostility.
어린아이는 때때로 성인보다 날카롭죠.
Children can be more sensitive than adults, you see. I just realized they basically have the same hair color. Well, very similar hair color. While Amir didn't elaborate further, her eyes were still heavy with worry. The hostility toward those from a rival ship might have been too much for young Adelheid to handle.
에데니티호에 머무르는 동안 큰일이 없었으면 좋겠습니다.
I hope nothing bad happens while we're staying on the SS Identity.
아미르, 네가 그런 말해서 이제 사고 터진다.
You just jinxed it. Now, something bad is definitely gonna happen.
부장, 그게 대체 무슨 소리십니까?
What are you rambling about, Chief? While they kept arguing loudly, I quietly leaned toward Adelheid. Huh? Adelheid tilted her head, confused, and I pulled a chocolate bar out of my pocket. Somehow, thanks to a certain someone, I always end up carrying these around, but in moments like these, I'm glad I do. Huh? And there's a simple hand trick. The chocolate bar disappeared from my palm in an instant. What? Adelheid's eyes widened. Whoa!
어떻게 한 거야?
How did you do that? I smiled at Adelheid, her eyes now sparkling, and pulled the chocolate bar out again.
함정은 기사님이 아니라 마술사야?
So, you're not a knight, but a mage?
높은 탑에 사는 마술사.
A mage living in a tall tower? No, I'm just a captain. It's just a little trick I picked up along the way, but seeing her reaction makes it all worthwhile. How much you want to bet he learned that trick from Cassius? Next time I'll show you something even more amazing. Okay. Adelheid nodded with lively eyes. Munching on the chocolate bar, she now seems a bit more relaxed. Children can be more sensitive than adults, but sometimes that works in their favor. Because they find great happiness in small things. Seeing this, Amir smiled at me and gave me a slight nod. I nodded back and turned my gaze out the window. But really, I seriously hope nothing bad happens. If nothing else, there was something about what Amir said that bothered me. That's stage 1 done. Fairytale Girl 1, meaning there's probably at least one other one. A new friend. While Yuki and Amir depart from the special committee to root out the mole, Adelheid encounters a new acquaintance.
우와,
I'm gonna need to snatch that frame. Whoa!
여기가 그 스텔라 스테이지구나.
So this is the stellar stage I've been hearing about.
확실히 유명할 만하네.
It definitely lives up to its reputation, Yuki said, looking around. A huge concert hall reminiscent of a stadium looked almost majestic.
사방에서 카오스가 준동하는 상황에서 공연이니 음악이니 너무 낙천적인 게 아닌가 싶습니다만.
Holding concerts and playing music when chaos is breaking out everywhere? Isn't that kind of naive?
무슨 소리야?
Hello there.
때일수록 낭만이 중요한 거라고.
What are you talking about? That's all more reason to enjoy the arts.
전쟁은 사람을 지치게 만들어. 숨 돌릴 것도 없으면 다들 말라 비틀어져.
Yuki the fraud. War exhausts people. If they don't have time to catch their breath, everyone will burn out, right?
에드니트호는 조금 과하긴 해도 그 필요성까지 부정할 필요는 없잖아.
Even if the S's identity might be overdoing it, there's no denying its necessity, right? She's right. Even in records from the destroyed Earth, accounts of morale-boosting singers during wartime are widespread. I should move this down so I can actually see at mic level. Potential woman with buff number 3 on the horizon. For those fighting on the front lines, this kind of stage might actually give them strength.
하긴 테네브리아와 아리아 두 분의 명성은 저도 들은 바가
It
있습니다.
feels so weird seeing talking about fame, not infamy, about Tenebria. Tenebria, I should say. Indeed, I'm well aware of the fame of Tenebria and Aria.
아이돌이라고 해도 저는 전혀 모르는 문화지만
Although, I don't know anything about idols.
그러다가 순식간에 뒤떨어지는 늑다리가 되는 거야, 아미르.
That's all becoming an old fogey in no time, Amir.
요즘 어린애들 유행이 얼마나 빠른데.
Kids these days, their trends change so fast.
부장 저랑 나이 차이도 얼마 안 나시지 않습니까?
Oh, so Amir is older than Yuki. That makes sense. Chief, you're almost the same age as me.
마음가짐 문제라고, 마음가짐.
It's all about perspective, you know? We don't know the ages of most characters, but it's nice to get a bit more about them. Adelheid looked up at the building and let out a gasp of awe.
멋있어.
It's amazing!
그거 봐. 아들은 보자마자 빠졌잖아.
Oh, idols, I see what you're saying now. See? Adel is hooked at first sight.
빨리 들어가서 구경시켜주자.
Isn't Nikkei currently in maintenance right now? Yeah, Prika. Let's hurry inside and show her around. Weren't we here to investigate?
일하고 취미를 굳이 분리시킬 필요는 없잖아.
You don't have to keep work and hobbies totally separate, right? They're just saying the S's identity is naive and all that. But it seems she's just as naive, if not more. No. Whenever she's talking about the chief, she's talking about Yuki. Yes, it's in maintenance because Prika's coming out. Yeah, whenever Amir talks about chief, that is the chief of the SID, also known as Yuki, who we just talked about. That's one background, two backgrounds. A bunch of chairs. No armrests over there. That looks funny. And stop rendering the cup holders right here. But I get to get on at least a few more. Alright, I can just snap this right here. Yuki spent the entire day searching the performance venue and its surroundings, but didn't find any leads.
카오스 교단이 정말 에드니티오 안에 있는 건 맞아?
Are you sure the Chaos Order infiltrated the SS identity?
그 부분은 성전 십자회와 에데니티호에서 교차 검증된 정보입니다.
That information has been verified by both the Holy Crusaders and at the SS identity.
그리고 바로 얼마 전 일어났던 카오스의 개화에서 비정상적인 패턴이 발견된 건 사실.
And it's true that abnormal patterns were detected during the recent Chaos Bloom.
누군가의 개입이 있었던 건 분명합니다.
Someone definitely interfered. That's why we requested your cooperation.
일반적인 카오스 교단하고는 움직임이 조금 다른데.
They're acting a bit different from the typical Chaos Order lackeys.
그놈들이 원래 이렇게까지 은밀하게 움직이는 녀석들이었나?
Have they always been this secretive?
에드니 티오가 아무리 물렁물렁하다 해도 바보들까진 아니야.
The Accidentally may be laid back, but they're not stupid.
본인들 세력권 안에서 카오스 관련 현상이 일어났는데 꼬리까지 못 잡을 작자들은 아니라고.
There's no way they're clueless about a chaos phenomenon in their own territory.
안쪽에서부터 썩어든 게 아니라면 말이야.
Unless there's corruption on the inside.
즉슨
You mean
협력자가 있다는 뜻이군요.
there's a collaborator?
에이, 그냥 말이 그렇다는 거지.
Hey, I'm just saying.
유스티티아오에서 에드니티오 내부의 배신자를 색출하려고 한다?
The SS just did it trying to root out traitors within the SS identity?
그건 그냥 서로 멱살 잡고 싸우자는 거잖아?
That's basically grabbing each other by the collar and starting a fight, right?
싸움 싫어.
I don't like fighting.
아니,
I mean,
말이 그렇다는 거야, 아델. 진짜 그럴 일은 없을 테니까.
I'm just speaking hypothetically, Addo. I'm speaking hypothetically, Addo. It's not going to come to that.
안심해, 안심. 내가 지켜줄게.
Don't worry, I'll protect you. It's gonna be alright.
함장님, 잠시 아델을 맡아주시겠습니까?
Captain, could I look after Adele for a moment?
저하고 부장은 잠시 따로 움직이겠습니다.
The chief and I will split up for a while. What are you planning to do?
전문위원회에 가서 이야기를 나누려고 합니다.
We're going to visit the expert committee to have a talk.
부장의 감은 무시할 게
The
아니거든요.
chief's intuition isn't something to ignore.
직접 가서 살피다 보면 무언가 짚히는 게 있을지도 모릅니다.
If we look around ourselves, we might find something.
다만
However, I understand. Simply visiting the place could put a burden on Adelaide. After all, it's meeting between bitter rivals. The atmosphere won't be pleasant. Got it. Come back safely. Still, it's not like the two of us have a lot to chat about or anything. Adderhide, sitting in a chair inside the performance venue, is reading a storybook in silence. I quietly observe her from the side. How should I put this? I mean, you could try not to go into details, but from Adderhide, I can see the defense mechanisms typical of a hurt child. She distorts reality as she perceives it and is sensitive to hostility around her. I don't want to pry into what she's been through, though.
함장은
Captain. Well, I'm thinking all of this. Adderhide suddenly speaks to me.
그렇게 무섭지 않아.
You're not that scary.
동화 좋아해?
Do you like picture books?
나랑 같이 읽을래?
Would you read with me? Well, I notice considerable courage for such a child to speak up first like this. Of course. Adderhide smiles brightly in our response.
고마워, 함장.
Thank you, Captain.
아미르 언니 말고도 친구 만들어보고 싶어서.
I may have a mirror, but I wanted to make more friends. You have Yuki too.
키 언니는 좋지만 그래도 가끔 무서워.
I like Yuki, but she can be scary sometimes. Let's keep this a secret from Yuki. I'm afraid of her reaction. I heard there's a library nearby. Wanna go there?
도서관?
Library?
도서관 좋아해.
I like libraries. Let's go. I walk down the corridor holding Adderhide's hand, her eyes gleaming with excitement. I'm glad she's brightened up. It feels like she's regained some childlike innocence. Though, I accidentally bumped into someone coming around the corner because I was holding her hand. Ouch! Yeah. The girl bumped into Adderhide fell straight into the floor. 1 second. Gotta save this. Objects that were like performance props scatter in all directions. Ow. Ow. Ow.
괜찮으세요? 제가 앞을 똑바로 못 봐서.
Are you okay? I wasn't looking where I was going. The ghost spoke casually with a smile, but Adderhide's gaze was fixed on the storybook, ruined by the spilled paint. Oh, that's not good.
미안.
Sorry.
죄송합니다. 미안해요. 미안해요.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
아델은 나쁜 아이가 아니에요. 죄송합니다.
Adel isn't a bad child. I'm sorry. Huh? Adderhide shows no signs of calming down. Seeing this she is living some kind of trauma, I immediately check on her. Adderhide, relax.
거기 오빠, 잠시만요.
Hey, mister, wait a moment. The girl tapped my back as I was about to say something and pushed me aside. Then gently holds Adderhide's trembling hand.
아델이라고 했어?
Adele, was it?
괜찮아.
It's okay.
넌 아무것도 잘못하지 않았어. 괜찮아.
You didn't do anything wrong, it's okay. Huh?
아델은 나쁜 아이가 아니야. 안심해.
Adele isn't a bad child, don't worry.
아무도 널 해치지 않을 거야.
No one will hurt you. As the girl speaks in a warm voice, Adderhide's trembling gradually subsides.
괜찮아졌어?
Are you okay now? Yeah.
다행이다.
Thank goodness. The girl stood up with a bright smile and cheerfully picked up the scattered performance props around her. How did you do that?
아이가 왜 저런 반응을 보이는지는 저도 대충은 아니까.
Well, I can sort of tell why a child would react that way.
어떤 말을 들으면 안심하는지도 알고 있어요.
I also know what kind of words would put them at ease.
안 좋은 일을 많이 겪은 아이인가 보네요.
Looks like the girl's went through a lot of hardship.
이렇게 만난 것도 인연인데 소개나 할까요?
Yes. Why? Oh my, we haven't even introduced ourselves.
저는 클라라예요. 이번 스텔라
Why'd she
스테이지 공연에
fade out right there?
일하고 있어요.
I'm Clara. I work in the planning department for the Stella stage performance.
테네브리아님과 아리아님을 누구보다 반짝거리게 만드는
She should have been Tenebria's partner. My job, well, if it wasn't Alkina. Alkina was first, Clara second, and then Arya third. My job is to make Tenebria and Arya shine brighter than anyone. Nice to meet you, Clara.
너도 만나서 반가워, 아델.
Nice to meet you too, Adele. Did you just ignore me?
클라라.
Clara.
아델도 만나서 반가워.
It's nice to meet you too. The nightmare is ongoing. Oh, subsequent ones. I don't think we've ever had that before. A pirate hands a beat-up fairy tale book to the girl who had fallen into despair. Move it. Anyone who falls behind gets thrown out the airlock. If you want to swim in space without equipment, feel free to slack off. What's a kid doing here? Did we always have a kid on our pirate ship? Remember when we captured those prisoners from that civilian transport that crashed a while back? She came along with them. The boss told us to grab everything, so we did, but those big pirates around Alvera won't he, on slaves, apparently. Acting all high and mighty when they're criminals just like us? Hey, move. You think we'll go easy on you just because you're a kid? Huh? Are you deaf or something? Leave her be. She's been like that the whole time. When your ship crashed, it took her parents' lives with it. She must be in shock from all that. No matter what you do, she won't react. Seriously? Then what are we supposed to do? You'll have to carry her, obviously. Damn it. The pirate clicked his tongue and picked up Adelheid, tucking her under his arm. Rude. His gaze briefly lingered on Adelheid's limp face. Yep, now we know. What a creepy kid. Wait. I know this one showed up in Haru's trauma code, but I forgot to screenshot it there. What do you mean rude? The pirate clicked his tongue and picked up Adelheid, tucking her under his arm. He carried her like not a sack of potatoes that goes over the shoulder. He carried her like she was just nothing. Who treats a person by carrying them under their arm? It's like you carry a book. The cargo hold of the pirate ship, packed with prisoners and slaves, is filled with a gloomy silence. In the hold where light barely reaches, they survive on occasionally distributed rations. No, I said I forgot to do that. And I realized that I didn't, so I'm gonna grab it now. The dark, cramped space reeking of death was a place that broke people's will. I can still comment on something's rude for being rude. From among them, the eerily quiet girl exuded an even more desperate feeling. Huh. The pirate clicked his tongue at the sight of Adelheid, lying motionless like a corpse with dead eyes. Here, eat. You can't starve to death, so eat. If you don't eat, I'll pry your mouth open and shove it in. Seriously, did they really have to make me babysit her? Hey, if you die, it's my responsibility, so just eat. Maybe that'd be better. The pirate flinched hearing her. Probably was the first time hearing her talk. So you can talk after all. Adele is a bad child. Because Adele is a bad child, the people around her died. So maybe it's better to just let Adele die. What are you on about now? Has she lost her mind? Just leave me alone. Bad children need to be punished. If it weren't for me, Mom and Dad would. Not for good at making a gagging noise. The pirate sighed as he watched Adelheid's face turn pale. She immediately covered her mouth as if she had remembered something. Jeez. Still wet behind the ears. Oh, doom and gloom. Hey, wait a second. Let's see. I'm sure there was something I picked up. The pirate rummaged through his pockets and pulled something out. A book? When you have weird thoughts, read this instead. I'd say bring the fairy tale, the pirate held out. Why this? Because if you die, the boss threw me out. Just take it. If you start talking like that again, you can fret about food because I'll toss you out into space. Alright, I got it. The small fingers that had been still began to fumble across the worn paper. The nightmare is ongoing. Fairytale Girl 2. The pirate suggests that Adelheid departs on a new adventure. Hey. Huh? How do you pull that off? Probably will. What do you mean? What do you mean? The kid was a walking corpse, and now look at her. The pirate who spoke pointed at Adelheid. She's still cautious and easily startled, but compared to before, she looks much livelier. All I did was bring some fairytale books and chat with her a few times. All I did was chat with her and chat with her a few times. Kids are simple like that. That's all you have to do, and they'll think about you. You think you're their friend. You didn't actually become friends, did you? Seems like you've been looking after her. Huh. Of course not. First of all, she's got nothing to do with me. Exactly. So don't get too attached to her. The boss said he's selling off all the prisoners this time. Who knows what will happen to that kid, but she won't be staying here. Is that right? Unlike those Alvera idiots who pretend to be noble, I heard that the Siren folk are pretty active in human trafficking. I heard they drag people into chaos and abandon them, so they can escape when things get dangerous. In other words, they're sacrifices. Even a little kid like that? I don't know. They figure out how to use her. Hey, I'm asking just in case, but you're not getting any funny ideas, are you? Go stand watch, idiot. Funny ideas, my ass. I'll collect this one later in case I don't have it. I'll double check. The streets of an arc where a certain transaction is supposed to take place. This looks like the SS Justitia. Sirens, shouts, and frantic pounding of countless footsteps echo through the darkness. There's a pirate below, tugging with Addo tucked under his arm. Still disrespectful. What's happening? Well, how do I put this? Damn it. Right, you like fairy tales, don't you? We're going on an adventure right now. We're in a fairy tale, going on an exciting adventure to a place where you can meet your friends. We're going on an adventure? Yep, it's going to be so fun. Just keep running straight down this road. You can do that, right? And then there's what was it again? The things you like. A bluebird, animal friends, well, stuff like that will be waiting for you. So don't look back, just run. But what about you? What about me? Will we meet again? Of course he's gonna die, I already said that. Is it because Ed was a bad child? Is that why I can't see you again? Is something bad gonna happen to you, like with mother and father, because I'm a bad child? I don't want to say goodbye to a friend who took me on an adventure. Damn it, well... As if remembering something, the pirate rummaged through the bag he was carrying. What he pulled from the bag was an animal plushie, completely at odds with his rough appearance. On the name tag, hung around the plushie's neck, awkwardly scrawled letters read to Adelheid. Nothing bad is gonna happen to me. We just won't see each other for a little while. In the meantime, this fellow here will stay with you instead. Teddy. Yeah, a bear plushie. Think of it as me. Adelheid hugged the plushie tightly. Thank you, Mr. Bear. Alright. Keep that safe. It belonged to my little sister. Belonged. Past tense. If she hadn't gotten caught up in a chaos, she would have been around your age, what'd I say? I probably wouldn't become a pirate either if she were still alive. Well, that's enough chit-chat. Run. The adventure's waiting. Though hesitant, Adelheid ran down the night street. He kept looking back at the pirate as he watched her disappear into the distance. The pirate simply waved his hand a few times as if to say it's okay. Shortly after that, the place where the pirate had been. Gunshots, screams, and blood stained the night street. Rest in peace. Good work on the trafficking crackdown, Chief. All that's left is to return and write a report. A child? Chief, over here. What? What's going on? There's a child collapsed over here. Looks like she escaped from the trafficking site. Oh no, looks like she's in terrible shape. We need to get back quickly. Amir, call for medical support. Understood, I'll take her. The gunner's girl clutched an old plushie tightly in her hand, as if it were precious. Mary's eyes scanned the name tag hanging around the plushie's neck. Adelheid, is that your name? Don't worry, you're safe now. Wait a second, did it say her name before? It did say her name before. The nightmare is ongoing. Rest in peace, the pirate dude. Mr. Bear. He's now a holy bear. Midnight Anomaly. Unidentifiable incidents involving dreams keep occurring on board the SS Identity, and people begin to suspect Adelheid.
아델인 동화를 좋아하는구나.
So that was just getting some water. Oh, I see. So like Fairytale was Ado. Yeah.
자기 전에는 요정이 자장가를 불러줘. 일어나면 늑대 아저씨랑 놀러 다녀.
Before I go to bed, fairies sing me lullabies. When I wake up, I play with Mr. Wolf.
아하, 아하.
Aha, I see.
자기 전에는 확실히 따뜻하고 포근한 게 좋고, 낮에는 역시 모험 활극이지.
Something warm and cozy is definitely the best if we're going to bed. But during the day, it's all about grand adventures.
뭘 좀 아는구나, 아델.
You know your stuff, huh, Edo? She understood everything Edo said. You would think pretty hard to understand about half of what Adelheid says. Yet Clara continues the conversation effortlessly, as if she had a translator.
기획자에게 상상력은 중요한 자산이라고요, 함장님.
Having a great imagination is an important skill for a planner, you see.
완벽한 모델을 만들기 위해서 이 정도 이해력은 필수예요.
Understanding stuff like this is more than essential to create this perfect stage. Clara chuckled, smiling with confidence. That's a relief. Adelheid wanted to make friends, and now she's met a girl like you.
그보다 전 함장님 정체를 알고 놀랐거든요.
Never mind that. I was shocked to learn your identity, Captain.
저 진짜 깜짝 놀랐다고요.
I was really Wait, she's not done reading. I was really surprised, you know, to think you're the captain of the SS Nightmare.
저 같은 게 여기서 아무렇지도 않게 대화하고 있어도 되는 걸까요?
Is it really okay for someone like me to talk to you like this? Don't worry about it. Words of Adelheid are always welcome. As I continued the conversation, the communicator in my pocket suddenly rang.
함장님, 지금 어디에 계십니까?
Captain, where are you right now? What's wrong?
지금 위원회 쪽으로 와주셔야 할 것 같습니다.
I need you to come to the committee right now.
아들은 되도록 동행시키지
I prefer if you didn't bring
마시겠습니다.
Adol along if possible. I forgot. It wasn't a voice heralding good news. The atmosphere in the room was tense, ready to boil over. Yuki and Counselor Monica were locked in an intense standoff.
그러니까 말했잖아.
I told you, didn't I?
우리는 아무것도 안 했다고.
We didn't do anything.
그쪽의 입장은 알겠다만, 특사부장.
I understand what you're trying to say.
이 건에 대해서는 어떻게 설명할 생각이지?
It's almost like nightmares and dreams are connected. I wonder who could be making these nightmares. But how to explain this? Several files were scattered across the desk.
유스티티아호에서 당신들이 승선한 이후로 정체불명의 사건이 일어나고 있다.
Ever since you boarded the SS Justitia, mysterious incidents have been occurring.
잠자던 사람들이 그대로 깨어나지 못하고
People fall
있어.
asleep. People who fall asleep haven't been able to wake up.
우연히 일어날 수 있었던 사람들의 증언에 따르면 그들은 꿈에서
I wonder who could be doing that. According to their testimonies, those who happened to wake up, they said they were attacked in their dreams.
어딘가 익숙한 것 같지 않나? 특사부장?
Doesn't that sound familiar somehow?
특사부의 서류에서 비슷한 능력을 가진 자가 있는 걸로 확인해.
She does. I learned from your documents that there's someone with similar abilities.
아델하이트는 그런 짓을 할 나이가 아닙니다.
Adelheid would never do such things.
너무 섣부르게 의심을 하는 건 아닌죠.
Aren't you jumping to conclusions a bit too hastily?
물론 동료 입장에선 그렇게 말하고 싶겠지. 아직 증거가 없다는 것도 인정하고.
Of course you'd say that as your colleague. I won't deny that there's no evidence yet.
하지만 애초에 그 아이는 정상적인 정신 상태가 아니라고 들었는데.
However, I've heard the girl isn't exactly mentally sound to begin with.
돌발 행동을 하지 않는다고 확신할 수 있나?
Are you sure she won't act on impulse?
어이, 아줌마.
Hey, lady. No, hey, lady.
말 조심 좀 하지 그래?
Watch your mouth, will ya?
Huh?
What? Both of you, that's enough. I sat between them, clutching my throbbing hand. Why is your hand throbbing? They might get into a brawl at this rate. I can vouch for Adelheid's alibi. Since boarding the SS Identity, Adelheid has always been with agents from the SID or the SS Nightmare, myself included. Attacking someone in a dream? That's impossible. It's possible this is a trap set by someone. Look at it into it carefully, Counselor Monica.
그 제복과
Just Monica.
걸고 말씀하시는
Just Monica.
함장.
Do you swear on your honor and rank, Captain? The Captain prophecy, is she gonna become playable? As I nodded quietly, Monica let out a reluctant sigh. Ah.
당장은 알겠습니다.
Understood, but... Her eyes turned cold as I looked at Yuki and me.
에데니티오에 있는 동안은 섣불리 행동하지 않는 게 좋을 겁니다.
While you're on the SS Identity, I suggest you don't act rashly.
전문위원회는 당신들을 지켜보고 있을 테니까요.
The expert committee will be watching you.
진짜 이 아줌마가 끝까지?
Oh, you gotta be...
부장,
Chief.
가자 함장. 여기서 볼 일은 이제 없어.
Let's go, Captain. We have no more business here. With that, Yuki and Amir left the counselor's office. That night, I went out for a walk and spotted Adelheid walking down the street. Without Yuki or Amir, she was walking alone, slowly, sluggishly. It's almost like she's sleepwalking. As I approached closer, I could see something in black perched on her small shoulders. To brush off, I carefully placed my hand on her shoulder while calling out to her. Delicious cookies. Rabbit, too. Where are my friends? It's dangerous to walk around here alone. Rabbit too. I saw that flash. The moment before I could finish speaking, the moment my hand touched Adelheid's body, the surroundings seemingly changed in an instant. At first glance, it looked just like the night streets of the SS Identity. However, it was a landscape that suddenly lacked a sense of reality, as if I were in a dream. Adelheid's body flinched as if startled, and focus returned to her vacant eyes. Huh?
여긴 친구들이 있는 곳.
This is where my friends are.
함장은 마술사라 들어온 거야?
Are you a magician too, Captain? Is that how you got in? Not exactly, it sort of just happened. It's not like I wanted to come in.
이상하다. 여기 들어오려고 한 게 아니었는데.
This is strange. I didn't mean to come here.
뭔가 이상해. 친구들이 무서워하는 것 같아.
Something's wrong. My friends look scared.
다른 친구들이 온 건가?
Did some other friends come? Relax, you're safe, even without your friends. This is how Adelaide perceives the world. I don't know if Adelaide created this space, but since she says her friends are here, it shouldn't be too dangerous. I'm more concerned about how this world is affected by Adelaide's mental state. Let's get out of here first. What be that abomination? Huh?
내 친구 중에 이런 건 없었는데.
I don't think I've ever had a friend like that. It's okay, Ado. Call your friend. Let's call your friends. Gotta get that name. Red Mutant Devourer. Oh, I love this card count on the bottom. It's so great.
나쁜 늑대를 물리치자. 같이 동화책을 읽자. 잡히지 않아. 나쁜 늑대를 물리치자.
Take this.
그곳에선 모두가 행복하게 살았답니다. 잡히지 않아.
Big bonk.
대기, 쾅!
Big shield.
나쁜 늑대를 축제가 열렸나봐. 잡히지 않아.
Ooh.
늑대를 물리치자. 잡히지
Don't expect the
않아.
tutorial ones to be this strong,
늑대를
but
대기,
I want to see as much damage as possible.
달려.
That was a lot of hits.
뭐라
Huh?
사라졌어.
It disappeared. Let's got out safely. I can streets the S's identity. I let out a sigh of relief along with Adelheid. That just now looked like a monster. Why would something like that be in Ado's world?
어라, 함장님.
Huh? Captain?
이 밤중에 무슨 일이십니까?
What brings you out at this hour? Counselor Rumo? Adelheid quickly hid behind me upon seeing an unfamiliar face. As I was patting her head to soothe her, Counselor Rumo approached with a smile.
예, 안 그래도 찾아서 드릴 말씀이 있었는데 잘 됐군요.
Oh, good timing. I actually had something I wanted to tell you.
요전에 모니카 의원님 건으로 사과를 드리고 싶었거든요.
I want to apologize about the incident with Counselor Monica the other day.
최근 모니카 위원이 좀 예민해진 것 같아서요.
Counselor Monica seems to be a bit more sensitive lately. I apologize for any inconvenience. No, it's fine.
특사부분들은 하우스 교단을 찾고 계신다고 하셨죠?
You mentioned that the SID is looking for the Chaos Order, right?
원래는 저도 에데니티오에 하우스 교단 같은 게 있을 리 없다고 생각했습니다만
Originally, I also thought there was no way the Chaos Order would be hiding in the SS identity.
관련해서 드리고 싶은 이야기가 생겨서 말입니다.
But there's something I need to tell you about this matter. You want to tell me something?
네,
Yes.
아마 짐작하고 계실 수도 있겠지만
You probably already know this. But it's about the collaborator. Rumo's eyes then turned to Adelheid hiding behind me.
어이쿠, 이런.
Oh, pardon me.
어린 아가씨가 듣는 자리에서 할 이야기는 아니군요.
This isn't a storytelling in front of a young lady. Young girl, you mean? Young girl? Counselor Woman bows with a kind smile.
안녕 아가씨.
Hello, young lady.
동화책을 가지고 있구나. 그런 이야기들을 좋아하니?
I see you have a storybook. Do you like reading them? Adward nodded in silence while avoiding his gaze.
그거 다행이네.
That's good.
이건 그런 아가씨에게 주는 선물이란다.
Here's a gift for you, young lady. Room pulls a transparent bag from his pocket. Inside is an animal-shaped cookie and a badge with a character from a storybook on it. This cookie is different from the one last time.
초본. 아, 네, 그렇죠. 자선 행사를 하다 보면 다양한 쿠키가 필요하거든요.
We can talk about it later. Last time. Ah, yes, that's right. When doing charity work, you need various kinds of cookies.
어린아이는 미래의 희망이니까요. 언제나 최선을 다해 아껴줘야죠.
Children are the future, after all. We must always do our best to cherish them. Edward nodded as she accepted the cookie.
고맙습니다.
Thank you.
괜찮아. 나중에 친구가 생긴다면 그 아이에게도 나눠주려무나.
It's fine. If you happen to make friends, share some with them too.
그리고 함장님,
Oh, and Captain?
잠시 시간을 내주실 수 있겠습니까?
Could you spare me a moment?
모니카 연에 대해서 제보하고 싶은 것이 있습니다.
There's something I'd like to tell you about Counselor Monica. Just Monica? Seed of suspicion, modest courage. Her friend, Clara finds her courage.
이건 솔직히 말해서 빼도 박도 못하는 수준이긴 한데.
To be honest, this is pretty damning. You said we'll examine the materials given by Counselor Rumo multiple times. All of them have to do with Monica. Counselor Rumo recently contacted us and handed them over. You want to leave, Sokka? 1 second.
전부 수상한 곳에서 수상한 사람들과 만난 기록들이잖아.
They're all records of meeting suspicious people in shady places.
내 통자를 의심하고 있는 상황에서 이 정도 증거 자료면
We already suspected a possible collaborator, and now, with this evidence...
예,
Yes.
지난 며칠 동안 저희가 직접 발로 뛰면서 교차 검증도 끝냈죠.
We've also done the legwork ourselves over the last few days and finished cross-validation.
당장 수색에 들어가도 좋을 정도입니다.
We could start a search right away. So why aren't we moving?
너무 딱 맞아떨어져서.
Because it fits together too perfectly. Yuki tilts her head.
함장, 이건 수사관으로서의 감인데
Captain.
말이야.
They're just my intuition as an investigator, but
이렇게 대놓고 쉽게 잡혀주는 먹잇감은 보통 속에 맹독을 품고 있거든.
prey that tends to get caught this easily tends to harbor a deadly poison.
뭔가 더 있을 거야.
There's got to be something more.
범인 선상에서 모니카 의원을 배제하시는 겁니까?
Are you excluding Counselor Monica from the suspected list?
당연히 그건 아니고 애초에 아무도 범인이 아니라고 확정을 지을 순 없어.
Of course not. In fact, we must assume that any of one of these people could be the culprit. Or multiple. Just saying.
나는 함장, 아미르, 아들 하이트 말고는 아무도 안 믿는다고.
I don't trust anyone except you, Amir, and Adelheid. Got it? I think you could add at least one more person. Like the window to see Clara, who was with Adelheid. Adelheid summons a fairy from a storybook, and Clara watches with wide eyes and claps. Over the past few days, those two quickly became close friends.
클라라였죠.
Clara, was it?
티끌 하나 없이 착한 소녀더군요. 아델의 옆에 있어 주어서 다행입니다.
A girl pure and kind, without a speck of fault. I'm glad she's there for Adel.
빛나는 무대를 만들고 싶어 한다고 들었습니다만.
I heard she wants to create a shining stage.
재미있는 소원이네.
An interesting wish, isn't it?
자신도 아델처럼 힘든 시절이 있었다고 하더군요.
She also said she went through a lot, just like Adel did.
무대의 공연을 보며 많이 위안이 되었다고 합니다.
She said stage performances brought her great comfort.
본인도 그래서 다른 이들에게 그런 도움을 주고 싶다고.
That's why she wants to give others the same kind of help.
부장, 저번에는 노래와 공연이 너무 낙천적이라고 말했습니다만.
Chief, I said before that singing and performing in times like this felt too naive.
철회하겠습니다.
Let me take that back.
확실히 그런 것에 도움을 받는 사람들이 있군요.
Indeed, there are people who find comfort in things like that.
그럼
Of course.
누구든 힘든 일만 보고 있으면 쭉 가라앉아 버린다고.
Anyone would feel down if they only focus on hardships.
가끔씩은 밝은 걸 보고 즐길 줄도 알아야지.
Sometimes you need to look on the bright side and enjoy it.
거짓말이라도 좋으니까.
Even if it's a lie, that is. The bitterness in her voice makes her think she was thinking of Adelheid. A girl who lives immersed in fairy tales to forget the memories of reality.
아무튼 모니카 의원에 대한 이야기는 잠깐 보류하자.
Anyway, let's put Counselor Monica aside for a moment.
그것보단 차라리 이쪽 주변을 더 파보는 게.
Alright, that's where the new warning is. That's much less obtrusive. I think it'd be better to look around here a bit more. Wait a minute. A group of people are approaching the venue entrance, looking hostile. Leading them is Counselor Monica with a menacing look.
양반은 못될 사람이군요.
Speak of the devil, and he shall arrive.
함장, 특사부장,
Why does that muffled? Captain, SID Chief.
해명을 들어야겠습니다. 당장.
I demand an explanation right now.
저렇게 성질내면 주름 안 지나?
Won't you get wrinkles from being so angry?
저번에는 함장의 변호로 빠져나갔지만 이번에는 그렇게 안 될 겁니다.
You may have gotten away with things at the captain's defense, but that won't work this time.
설명해 보시죠, 특사부장.
Explain yourself, SID Chief.
이건
This is... Yuki and Amira's expressions hardened. In the photo Monica held out, there was Adelaide walking through the night streets as if entranced. Around her, dreamlike beings that seemed to have manifested from fairy tales were barely mixed with the surrounding scenery. Her eyes were unfocused, hinting at her condition. It looked as if she was caught in her own dream, unable to control herself.
관련된 목격자들이 한둘이 아닙니다.
There are many witnesses.
이 소녀가 이런 행동을 하던 시기에 맞춰 꿈에서 습격당한 피해자들이 급증했죠.
While the girl was acting like this, the number of victims attacked in dreams surged.
이래도 아니라고 발뺌할 셈입니까?
Are you still going to deny it?
이건
This is...
더 들을 필요도 없습니다.
I don't need to hear anymore.
요원, 당장 용의자를 구속하시죠.
Agent, detain the suspect immediately.
함장, 특사부장. 이 건에 대해서는 자세히 설명해야 할 겁니다.
Captain, SID Chief, you'd better have a good explanation for this.
구속?
Detain her?
이봐, 미안하지만 이쪽도 참아주고 있는 입장이거든?
I'm sorry, but you're kind of testing our patience here, you know?
진짜 해보자는 거야?
You really want to fight us? The situation has gone even worse than before. While this were a clash, it's so clear that even my intervention had no effect.
이거 그거다.
Oh, I see.
연습해주고 있었구나, 아델.
You were rehearsing, Ado. At the moment when a voice suddenly cut in. What?
해주기로 했잖아. 공연을 위한 특별 이벤트.
You said you'd do it, the special event for the performance.
나도 부탁해놓고 미안했는데 진짜로 해주고 있었구나. 고마워.
I felt bad for asking, but I didn't know you were actually practicing. Thank you.
공연? 특별 이벤트?
Performance? The special event?
지금 무슨 소리라는 겁니까?
What are you talking about right now?
아, 리언님이시죠? 안녕하세요.
Ah, you're Counselor Monica, right? Nice to meet you.
스텔라 스테이지의 공연 연출가 클라라입니다.
I'm Clara, the performance director of Stella Stage. Monica flinched at Clara's self-introduction. The SS identity respects art and culture, and Clara is the person in charge of the performance everybody is looking forward to. Even as a member of the expert committee, Monica couldn't simply ignore her. Another important figure relegated to the partner jail.
부탁으로 특수한 연출을 연습하고 있었던 거예요.
Adelaide was practicing special effects at my request.
너무 그렇게 몰아세우지는 않아주셨으면 좋겠습니다.
Please, don't push it too hard. After glaring at Clara for a moment, Monica turned away. It seems she thought causing more trouble here wouldn't be a good idea.
조만간 다시
I'll visit you again soon, Captain.
쉽게 넘어갈 거란 생각은 마시죠.
Don't think I'm letting this slide.
끈질기다, 끈질겨.
Man, how persistent.
나 갑자기 유스티티아우랑 에데니티오가 왜 사이가 안 좋은지 알 것 같달까?
Now I'm starting to understand why Justitia and Identity don't really get along. That's enough, you're going too far.
엄청 떨렸어요.
Phew, I was so nervous. After Monica left, Clara sighed and slumped down.
저 사실 신입인데 나중에 뭐라고 하는 건 아니겠죠?
I'm actually a rookie, not a director. They won't scold me later, right? That was very courageous of her. Moonlight and Amira approached Adelaide, who was hanging her head.
아들,
Ado.
아니야.
No.
나는 나쁜 일을 한 적 없어.
I didn't do anything bad.
알고 있어, 아들. 믿을게.
I know, Ado. I believe you.
아들이 가끔씩 꿈속 세계에 놀러 간다는 것도.
I know that sometimes you visit the dream world.
하지만 아들이 주변에 피해를 끼친 적은 없다는 것도 내가 잘 알고 있으니까.
But I also know you never cause any harm to the people around you. Adele's expression relaxed a bit. Yeah.
그럼 누구 친구인데?
Well said. You're my friend after all.
아델, 가슴 펴. 넌 잘못한 건 없어.
Hold your head up, Adele. You did nothing wrong.
클라라,
Clara,
도와줘서 고마워.
thank you for helping me.
천만에.
Don't mention it.
무슨 일이 있어도 네 편이 되어줄게.
No matter what happens, I'll always be on your side. Adelaide fumbles in her pocket and pulls something out.
클라라, 이거.
Clara, here.
응? 이게 뭐야?
What's this?
증표.
A token.
친구라는 증표.
A token of our friendship. A historical character badge that came with the cookie counselor Rumo gave her.
클라라한테 주고 싶었어.
I wanted to give it to you, Clara.
정말 고마워.
Thank you so much.
아델, 나한테는 왜?
Adele, what about me?
그런 걸로 질투하면 추해 보입니다, 부장.
Don't make a fool of yourself getting jealous over something like that, Chief. Clara's eyes widen in surprise, and she breaks into a bright smile.
고마워, 아델.
Does Clara have teeth? I don't think I've seen teeth. Thank you, Adele.
꼭 소중하게 간직할게.
I'll treasure it as always. I'll treasure it always. Into the dream. After modest courage. Within Adelaide's dream, Clara is ambushed. Meanwhile, the captain goes to look for the guilt-ridden Adelaide.
어라,
Huh?
내가 잠버릇이 고약하다는 생각은 못 해봤는데.
I never thought I had bad sleeping habits.
하지만 이건 꿈속이지?
But this is a dream, right?
오늘 좀 피곤해서 그랬나?
Maybe I just got tired today? Laura fidgeted with Adelaide's token tucked in her pocket.
아델, 거기에 있어?
Adele, are you there?
아니, 잠깐만.
No, wait.
이건
This is...
잠깐, 너
Wait, you...
그만.
Stop! Huh?
클라라,
Clara?
꿈속에서 클라라가.
In the dream, Clara. Ah. Ah. Please explain.
아들이 급하게 찾아왔습니다.
Adele came in a hurry.
꿈속에서 클라라를 보았다고 하더군요.
She said she saw Clara in her dream.
무언가에게 습격당하는 모습이었다고 합니다.
She said it looked like Clara was attacked by something.
그리고 이게 지금 클라라의 상태.
And this is Clara's current condition. It's a little fairy. Youth places photos of a housefly girl in the scene on the table. In the photos, the token of friendship she received from Adelheid had turned pitch black.
생명에는 지장이 없다더라고.
Do you want to leave? They said her life isn't in danger.
당장은 그렇다고 주석이.
They did add a caveat. It's only for now. What about Adelheid?
당장은 아무도 만나고 싶어 하지 않는 모양입니다.
She doesn't seem to want to see anyone right now.
본인 때문에 이런 일이 생겼다고 생각하고 있는 것 같아요.
She seems to think this happened because of her.
저하고 부장이 어떻게든 달래보려고 했지만
The department chief and I tried to calm her down somehow. And would you think Edo would do something like this?
그럴 리가 있겠습니까?
That's impossible.
본인이 다치는 걸 싫어하는 만큼 남이 다치는 것도 싫어하는 아이예요.
She just try to hate others getting hurt just as much as she hates getting hurt herself.
그럴 상황이 생길 것 같았으면 어떻게든 스스로를 막았을 겁니다.
If she thought such a situation might occur, she might have somehow stopped herself. She would have somehow stopped herself. Yeah, I think so too. Let me see Adele. So, this is the moment we need to convince her. Protect the child. Ada is sitting alone, still, in a dark room. Soft sobbing can be heard coming from her bowed head. The storybook's usually chairs are scattered everywhere, crumpled, as if she resented them for causing her friend's injury. Ado.
가까이 오면 안 돼.
Don't come close. As soon as she sensed someone's presence, Adohide tried to back away. Even with her back against the wall, she seemed pathologically desperate to avoid anyone approaching her.
아델은 나쁜 아이니까.
Adele is a bad child.
가까이 오면 다칠 거야. 가까이 오면 안 돼.
You'll get hurt if you come close. Don't come close. Looking around, signs of her efforts to forcefully stay awake were visibly everywhere.
잠들면 또 나 때문에 누군가 다칠 거야.
If I fall asleep, someone will get hurt because of me.
싫어. 아델은 나쁜 아이가 아니야.
No. Adele isn't a bad child. I believe that too. They said that what Adelheid Sonners couldn't control her abilities. No one had ever been hurt because of it. Just looking at her now, there was no doubt about the credibility of those words. You and Yuki are worried. Will you let us help? I can't. I carefully approached the sobbing Adelheid and gently took her hand, just like Clara had done before. Let's go help our friend Ado. The situation keeps getting worse, Clara, and all the victims so far. If we leave it at this, who knows what else might happen. Time to find the real culprit.
하지만 어떻게?
But how?
아델하이트와 비슷한 능력을 사용하는 상대.
Tenebrer. Someone who's an ability similar to Adelheid's.
단서라곤 그것뿐인데 그것만 가지고는 추적할 방법이 없는 걸?
That's the only clue we have, but there's no way to track them with just that. That's the only clue we have. I already know that. The clue is in the sentence you just said.
뭐?
What?
함장님, 설마
Captain, don't tell me. If there's someone that can manipulate dreams, it'll definitely appear in them. But to do that, Adelheid's cooperation is essential. She might get caught up in something dangerous. Maybe the case order really is involved.
난 반대야.
I'm against this.
함장을 못 믿는 건 아니지만 너무 위험해.
It's not that I don't trust the captain, but it's too dangerous.
저도 마찬가지입니다.
I feel the same way.
아델에게 이런 일들은 아직 너무 일러요.
These kinds of things are still too much for Ado.
지금까지 이 아이가 겪어왔던 걸 생각하면 이런 일은 나중에
Considering what this child has been through so far, this sort of thing should wait until later. We can keep deceiving her with the optimistic lies forever. You're gonna hear both flinch simultaneously. This is a continuation of our previous conversation. Even if she needs an escape to forget reality, sometimes we can't let her become so absorbed in it that she loses sight of what's real. She needs to be able to make this choice herself. Saying that, I looked at Adelheid, who was sitting beside us with her head deeply bowed. This child already knows. She knows that the world isn't a bright and warm place filled with fairy tales. But to endure it, she has no choice but to grit her teeth. With her own resolve, no one else's. Adele, if it's too much, we can think of another way.
함장,
Captain,
나
Adele was trembling as she spoke. She's afraid, though she's a child, much must have some idea of what's. That's a weird sentence. Though she's a child, she must have some idea of what might happen. But even so,
클라라를 돕고 싶어.
I want to help Clara.
아미르 언니랑 유키 언니한테도 도움이 되고 싶어.
I want to be helpful to Amir and Yuki too.
함장이 도와주려 한 걸 모른 채 하고 싶지 않아.
But I want to ignore what you were trying to help with. You summon a small bit of courage.
아델,
Adele. Ah,
함장,
Captain.
한 가지만 약속할래?
Will you promise me one thing?
할 거면 확실히 해야 해.
If we're doing this, we have to do it right.
절대 아델의 각오가 헛되지 않도록.
Absolutely make sure Adele's resolve doesn't go to waste. Of course. When I try to steal yourself this much, if I can't live up to those expectations, I'd be a failure as an adult. Yeah, well, technically speaking, you're not reading, I'm reading it to you, but technicalities. The group accompanies Adelheid to the dream world. There, they pick up a feeling they know all too well.
파자마 파티를 해본 기억은 없는데요.
아미르, 진짜 재미없게 살았구나.
This is at any quarters. We're all gathered in the bedroom, dressed in pajamas. I don't recall ever having a pajama party. Amir, you really lead a boring life.
부장은 해본 적 있으십니까?
Have you done this before, Chief?
아니, 오히려 안 해본 사람이 더 드문 거 아니야?
No. Isn't it rare to find someone who hasn't? Yuki and Amir are making these exaggerated chatter, probably for Adelheid's sake, who's extremely nervous. Yes. Where did you think it was from? Adele, are you okay?
응.
Yeah.
호화롭잖아, 함장.
Really luxurious, Captain.
여자들 파자마 파티에 남자가 끼는 거 누군가에게는 버킷리스트라고?
A guy joining a girl's pajama party? That's on people's bucket lists, right?
기분 좋지? 기분 좋으면 좋다고 솔직히 말해.
Feels good, doesn't it? If it feels good, just be honest and say so.
부장, 아델의 꿈속 세계는 안전하지 않을 가능성이 높습니다.
Chief, Adele's dream world may not be safe.
조금만 더 긴장해 주시겠습니까?
Could you please be a bit more serious? That's like asking her to drink poison, you know that, right?
이러니까 파자마 파티도 초대 못 받았지.
This is why you never got invited to pajama parties.
다들 준비됐으면 들어갈게.
If everyone's ready, I'm going in. Let's go. Adrenalic light scatters around Adelheid. Simultaneously, consciousness flickered. So she can also just put people to sleep. That's cool. and an interesting use of her power, so she can manifest dreams and put people to sleep, to put them in dreams. What is this?
이게 동화 속 세계입니까?
Is this a fairy tale world?
동화 속 세계라기보단 마치 카오스 속 세계 같습니다.
Rather than a fairy tale world, it's more like a world within chaos. Just as Amir said, there's a familiar sensation. Feeling where negative thoughts arise, even when sitting still, and every breath feels like lead weights placed on your lungs. A space where the surroundings seem to warp if you don't focus, giving the illusion that paths stretch endlessly. This place was truly another chaos.
이상해.
This is strange.
동물 친구들도 요정들도 없어.
The animals and the fairies are gone.
뭔가 이상해.
Something's wrong.
이상해?
Something's wrong?
아들, 자세히 설명해 줄 수 있을까?
Adele, can you explain more?
사악한 마법사가 찾아와서 친구들을 괴롭혔어.
An evil wizard came and tormented my friends.
다들 슬퍼하고 있어.
Everyone is so sad.
여긴 이미 그 범인이 점거했나 보군요. 전투가 있을 수도 있겠습니다.
It seems the culprit has already occupied this place. We may have to fight.
함장님, 판단이 정확하셨군요.
Captain, you were right.
오히려 아델이 저희와 함께 들어온 게 아니었다면 혼자 이런 상황에 맞닥뜨렸을 겁니다.
If Adele hadn't come with us, she would have faced the situation alone.
아들을 노리고 이런 짓을 벌인 모양이군요.
It seems they're targeting Adele and orchestrated all of this.
열받네.
This is irritating. Venomous glint appeared in Yuki's eyes.
어떤 자식이 자꾸 이런 음흉한 짓을 하는 거야?
What bastard keeps pulling these underhanded tricks?
그 부분은 지금부터 알아보시죠.
That's what we're about to find out.
함장님, 지휘를 부탁드립니다.
Captain, we're counting on your command. SID team.
잠깐, 저건
Wait, that's
클라라?
Clara? The figure is taking Clara's form moves. As it replays the memory.
아델, 거기에 있어?
Adele, are you there?
아니, 잠깐만.
No, wait.
이건
This is...
당신이구나.
It's you.
당신이 아델을 모함하고 다니는 나쁜 놈이구나.
You're the bad guy who's been slandering Adele.
누구야? 당장 모습을 드러내.
Who are you? Show yourself right now.
잠깐, 당신
Wait, you.
그만 도망다녀.
Stop running away. And there's Clara's phantom, which had been running, suddenly vanished.
이야, 대단하네.
Wow, impressive.
확실히 보통 기백이 아니군요.
Certainly not an ordinary spirit.
앉아서 무력히 당한 게 아니라 어떻게든 정체를 밝히려고 쫓아다니다 당한 거였습니까?
She didn't just sit there recklessly. She was chasing them down, trying to expose their identity when she was attacked.
신인 무대 연출이라고 하지 않았나요?
Didn't you say she was a new stage director?
요원 후보라고 해도 믿겠는데요.
I believe you told me she was an agent candidate.
아델, 좋은 친구를 뒀구나.
Adele, you have a good friend. Adelheid nodded. Yeah,
클라라는 친구야.
Clara is my friend,
그러니까 밝혀낼 거야.
so I'm going to find out
누가 이런 짓을
who
했는지.
did this. The nightmare is ongoing. Yes, I need to say it every time. With Adelheid's assistance, the group is able to catch up to the culprit, and that's when the night terrors begin. Beginning of a nightmare. We advance towards the energy emanating from the center. The deeper we went into the dream world, the more intense the pressure on our bodies became. While it didn't compare to the true chaos, it was now nearly certain that this place is mimicking chaos.
이 뒤로는 격렬한 전투가 이어질 가능성이 높습니다.
Beyond this point, there's a high probability of intense combat.
함장님, 주의를 부탁드립니다.
Captain, please be cautious.
열받네 진짜.
This really is irritating.
대체 뭐하는 놈이길래 이런 것까지 준비하고 아델을 노리는 거야?
What kind of bastard repairs all this just to target Adele?
뭘 하고 싶어서?
What did they want? Perhaps that itself is the goal.
엥?
Huh? There is a possibility that luring Adele here is the objective itself.
확실히
Indeed.
만약 이 안에 아델이 혼자 진입했다면 어떤 꼴을 당했을지 짐작도 안 갑니다.
If Adele had entered here alone, I can't even imagine what would have happened to her.
범인에게 붙잡히기라도 했다면 어떻게 됐을지 두렵군요.
If she'd been captured by the culprit. It's frightening to even think about what might have happened. And Sculptor caused such confusion even without Adelheide's involvement. If their abilities were combined, disorder of the SS identity might grow uncontrollably. If someone from the SS Chasidia caused such an incident on the SS identity, it would likely lead to conflict between the arcs. And someone who suspected us from the start would be able to speak with great authority in that process.
함장,
Captain,
혹시 나랑 똑같은 생각하고 있어?
are you thinking the same thing I am? Maybe. Let's go. It's time to find out for sure. Underground storage. Grr.
어떻게 이렇게 빨리?
How did you get here so fast?
나이트메어호의 함장에 대한 조사를 너무 게을리한 거 아니야?
Did you get too lazy investigating the captain of the SS Nightmare?
제국에서도 손에 꼽히는 퍼스트라고.
One of the Empire's finest protos, no less.
다른 사람 뒷조사는 그렇게 열심히 했으면서 정작 이쪽은 빠뜨린 거야?
You did such thorough background checks than everyone else, but you skipped this one?
루밀 의원.
Counselor Rumil. Ugh.
모를 줄 알았어?
You didn't think I'd know?
이 정도로 먹기 쉬운 사냥감을 차려주는 건 보통 속내가 있다고.
When someone sets up prey this easy to catch, they usually have an ulterior motive. As Yuki said, when something is served to you on a silver platter, you should suspect an ulterior motive. Who benefits most from this situation? Think about it, and you'll usually get closer to the truth.
아델을 정신적으로 압박하면 꿈세계로 쉬러 올 테니까 그때를 노리고 있었지.
If you put mental pressure on Adele, she'll come to the dream world to rest. That's what we were aiming for, wasn't it?
대체 무슨 짓을 벌이려던 건지는 모르겠지만 말이야. 응?
I don't know what you were planning to pull off, but, huh? It wasn't going to be used for anything good, was it? If Adelheid is manipulated and confusion and intent was within the SS identity, the person who benefits is obvious.
모니카 위원의 입지가 강해지겠죠.
Counselor Monica's position would be strengthened. And one of the most thoroughly investigated Monica's weaknesses is Counselor Rumil.
그렇게 평판이 높아진 모니카 의원의 비리를 한 번에 고발한 혜성처럼 나타난 의원.
A counselor who appeared like a comet, exposing the corruption of Counselor Monica, whose reputation had risen so high.
에데니티오는 좋겠네. 새로운 영웅이 생겨서.
How nice for the SS identity to have a new hero.
그 새로운 영웅이 하는 일이라면 뭐든 잘 되겠지?
Whatever this new hero does will go well, right?
어떻게든 카오스 교단을 색출하려던 시장실과 전문위원회도 추락했을 테니 말이야.
Since the mayor's office and the expert committee, who were trying to root out the chaos but order by any means, would have fallen too. Not to mention Hydemarie. She is the mayor, so yes. Even though Counselor Monica was cold, greedy, and ill-tempered, she never crossed that final line of betraying humanity.
그렇게 될 줄 알았지?
You thought it would turn out this way?
내가 너 같은 녀석들이랑 한두 번 구른 줄 알아?
You think it's my first time dealing with scum like you? Yuki smiled with a fierce, beastly grin.
체포 절차 진행하겠습니다.
I will proceed with your arrest.
루밀 의원, 자세한 설명은 서에 가서 듣죠.
Counselor Rumil, you'll hear the details at the station.
증거는 제가 범인이라는 증거 있나요?
And the evidence? Do you have any evidence that I'm the culprit?
지금 여기서 마주친 것부터가 증거라고 하고 싶지만
The fact we ran into you here is the evidence in itself, is what I'd like to say.
수사에는 좀 더 명확한 물증이 있어야겠지?
But an investigation needs more concrete physical evidence, doesn't it?
그래요. 증거도 없으면서 평의 연을 몰아붙이는 건
Right. Without evidence, cornering a counselor is...
이거 뭔지 알지?
You know what this is, right? Saying that, Yuki held up a character badge that had come with the cookies we distributed.
이걸 파는 가게도 털어봤거든.
I checked the store that sells these too.
여기서 파는 쿠키를 먹은 사람들 중에 희생자가 다수 발생했고 그 희생자들 주변엔 꼭 쿠키와 함께 들어있는 증정품이 있더라.
Among the people who ate the cookies and sold here, multiple victims occurred. And around those victims, there were always a promotional item that came with the cookies.
그리고 그 배지를 만드는 공장은 루밀 의원 당신의 계좌에서 2중 3중으로 세탁된 돈으로 운영되고 있었고
And the money that makes those badges were being operated with money laundered 2 or 3 times from your account. Counselor Rumil.
어때? 더 할 말 있어?
So, got anything to say?
웃기지 마.
No way! Don't be ridiculous!
이제 거의 다 왔는데.
Now, when I was almost there,
이 따위로 무너질 것 같냐?
you think I'll go down like this? Rumil's hand glows darkly. And along with that, another assembly in a magic circle drawn in the underground warehouse emitted an ominous light. Oh, teleport. Are you choking the child? What are you doing?
아들,
Adele!
너 무슨 짓이야?
You! What are you doing?
이놈들이야말로 내가 아무런 방비도 없이 당할 거라고 생각했나?
Did you fools think I'd be taken down without any defenses?
저의 능력은 참 대단해. 현실 위에 조작된 현상을 더 씌울 수 있다니.
Your ability is truly amazing. To be able to overlay manipulated phenomena on reality? While the pulsing light emanated from the circle drawn on the floor, dark energies began to gather around Adelheid. And they called up to her bodies as trying to control Adelheid. A wall of black veil appears suddenly and blocks the way to Adelheid. Adele!
지금까진 그걸로 쓸모없는 동물이나 불러내서 장난을 쳤던 모양이지만
Up until now, she seemed to have used him to play around by summoning useless animals.
이 세계 자체가 에덴이티어 위에 더 씌워진다면 어떻게 될까?
But what would happen if the world itself were overlaid with the Estus identity? With Rumil's words, the darkness began to writhe and surge. shoot, right there, officer. Right there. The Fairytale's protagonist musters her courage. Light energy swirls around Adelheid. As the forms of twisted fairytale monsters appear, darkness spreads in all directions like a painting depicting discord. And this way, the entire essence of identity would soon be eroded by the monsters from the nightmare.
No.
You!
아들, 정신 차려.
Adele, snap out of it! The energy surrounding Adelheid is a barrier mimicking highly concentrated chaos energy. Even a trained agent would find it difficult to approach. However, leaps beyond the Black Veil. That's useless to a Protoss. Captain, it's dangerous! I'll provide cover. If you're approached with a strong resistance to chaos energy, you can endure for a short while.
함장.
Captain! Walks beyond the Black Veil. Because my body is burning, the blood in my veins boils and my mind goes dizzy. But even so, I continue to move forward.
마지막 발악이라도 하는 건가?
Making one last desperate stand.
아무리 퍼스트라도 오래 버틸 순 없어.
Even a Protoss can't last long.
이 소녀의 능력은 이 세계 안에서 무한하니까.
This girl's power is infinite within this world. I don't think so. I say it plainly. This thing seems to think Adelheid been downgraded from person to thing. This thing seems to think Adelheid is just a helpless child, swept along by all this. But Adelheid is a brave kid. What I hear next proves it.
그만해.
Stop it.
내 친구들을 괴롭히지 마.
Don't torment my friends. Adelheid, covered in black energy, cries as if struggling. The girl who had been cowering, the child who always ran away, gathers the courage to help her friends.
함장이 그랬어.
The captain said,
스스로 각오해야 한다고.
I have to pick up my mind on my own.
나쁜 짓은 안 할 거야.
I won't do bad things. Adele, let's get out together. At the end of what felt like an eternity of advancing, my hand finally reaches Adelheid. Right down for Iridium. Adele! Thanks to everyone, I was able to find my courage. Teleport. Proceed with the rest, Rumu.
진작.
Damn it, damn it, damn it!
대단하긴 하군. 그건 인정해 주지.
I'll admit that was impressive.
하지만 이 정도는 끝나지 않아.
But this isn't over yet.
자, 악몽의 시작이다.
Now, let the nightmare begin. Rumo raised his hand high, showing no signs of giving up. In response to that gesture, the monsters scattered in the darkness began to converge. It's time to wake up from this nightmare. Everyone, prepare for combat. Yes, free.
눈 크게 뜨고 지켜봐. 나쁜 늑대를 뭘 같이 동화책을 읽자. 내 발도를
Excuse you?
잘 보라고.
I just drew that.
내가 내가 지켜주니까 좋아.
명령에 따르겠습니다. 꺾이지 않는 마음으로.
내 발도 몸 좀 풀어볼까? 내가 지켜주니까 좋아. 조각
Bonk.
내지 마.
Bonk.
발동.
잡히지 않. 축제가 열렸나? 나쁜 늑대를 물리치. 잡히지 않아. 나쁜 늑대를 물리때 친구들을 지켜.
내 발도를 잘
Slice.
발동.
잡히지 않아.
What? Oh, they're already all in hand. That's my mistake.
나쁜 늑대 잡히지 않아. 이건 아빠도.
내가 몸 좀 풀어볼까? 내 발도를 잘 조각
오씨.
내지 마.
Everyone, stay alert. I have a bad feeling about this. Adele, stay close to us. Yeah, I'm okay. Dark Fairy. Adohai, do you intend to hurt your friends again? Broken Fusion Dream Shard.
나쁜 늑대를 잡히지 않아. 내 친구들을 지켜. 나쁜 늑대를
눈 크게 뜨고 지켜봐.
같이 동화책을 읽자.
내가 지켜주니까 좋아. 꼼짝 말고 있어. 발동. 내 발도를 내가 지켜주니까 좋아. 내 발도를 잘 보라고. 조각 내지 마.
Well, I can do this turn.
잡히지 않아. 축제가 열렸나? 나쁜 늑대 잡히지 않아.
내가 지켜주니 몸좀
AoE
풀어볼까?
first.
내 발도를 잘
Yeah, that's not AoE.
내지 마. 발동. 몸좀 풀어볼까? 내가 지켜주니까 발동.
Just crit. That works too.
웃기지 마.
Don't make me laugh.
너는 내 통제를 따라야 한다고.
You're mine to control. Dark Nightmare Scatter. The White Room was desperate struggle. The black energy scattered in all directions after losing its host. There should be a moment to celebrate our victory, but too many at this rate. It wasn't surprising, considering it was about to engulf the entire SS identity, but there's only too much black energy pouring out at this rate. Everyone will be swept away. At the moment, Adohide hugged me tightly. Adele? We back? Looks like we're back. From within, a warm light that illuminates everything bursts forth. The next thing I knew, we were riding the friend summoned by Adele, flying through the dream night sky at the SS Identity. I need to be more consistent about this. Why is this one a pause? Wow.
저거 봐. 친구들이 다들 기뻐하고 있어.
Look at that. All my friends are happy.
너 착한 일 한 거야?
Did I do something good? Pats Adderhide on the head. Mm-hmm.
기사님도 마술사님도 아니었어.
You weren't a knight or a prince.
함장은
Oh, or a wizard. Captain.
왕자님이야.
You're the prince. The nightmare is ongoing. Arrest. The moment was ruled out and the victims had awakened, but the nightmare was not yet over. Of course not, it's only part 2. Rumo tried to escape from the dream world, but was forcibly arrested by Yuki. His outerweighed returned to the streets with Adderhide.
진짜 죽일 뻔하지 않았으니까, 부장.
You almost killed him, Chief.
숨이라도 붙어 있어서 다행입니다.
At least it still was a pulse. That's fortunate. Amir checks Rumo's pulse and speaks.
카오스 교단과 연결되어 있을 가능성이 높은 인간입니다.
He's highly likely to be connected to the Chaos Order.
정보를 얻기 전에 죽기라도 하면 곤란합니다.
It would be a problem if he died before he could extract information.
그리고 대가는 제대로 치르게 해줘야죠.
And we need to make sure he really pays for what he's done. Amir, your expression is scary.
안심하십시오. 적법한 신문 과정을
Don't
거칠
worry.
겁니다.
We'll go through a lawful interrogation process. I'm sure there'll be some torture in there too.
물론 해석 과정에서 창의적이고 폭넓은 의견이 반영될 수는 있겠지만 말이야.
Of course, a creative and broad-ranging opinions may be reflected in the interpretation. Do you mean investigation? Interpretation process?
적법한 신문 과정입니다.
A lawful interrogation process.
적어도 이 루밀이란 자는 그렇게 증언할 겁니다.
At least that's what Rumo here would testify to. You know it's bad when Amir isn't stopping Yuki.
함장, 봤지?
Captain, you saw that, right?
아미를 화나게 하지 마. 화나면 무섭거든.
Don't make Amir angry. She's scary when she's mad. Amir's communicator rings. After checking the message, Amir turns to gaze to Adderhide.
아들, 피해자들이 정신을 차렸대.
Adele, the victims have regained consciousness.
모두 무사하고 무엇보다
Everyone's safe. And more importantly,
클라라도 깨어났어.
Flora has woken up too. Huh?
같이 병문안이라도 가.
Want to visit her to get...
갈래,
Let's go.
갈래.
I really want to. Before she's even done speaking, a lively voice flows out, and everyone's eyes widened. This is the first time they've seen Adderhide so lively.
잘 됐잖아.
That worked out well.
그럼 아미르는 아델이랑 병문안 다녀와.
Then Amir, go on the visit with Adele.
부장은
What about you?
나는 볼 일이 좀 있어서.
I have some business to take care of.
함장 씨, 얘기 들었어요.
Captain, I heard what happened.
설마 루밀 아저씨가
I can't believe Rumo did such a thing. Idemir bites her lip. As they knew each other well, she seems quite shocked.
시민들을 위해 일하는 좋은 분이라고 생각했는데
I thought he was a good person working for the citizens.
대체 왜 그런 짓을 벌인 걸까요?
Why on earth would he do such a thing? But if I was closer to anger than surprise. Not anger for being personally deceived, but anger stemming from everyone's safety being threatened. Then the SS identity has a good mayor.
네?
Pardon? It's nothing.
루밀원. 아니, 루밀의 신병을 인도받고 나면 시장실에서도 별도의 조사를 이어갈 예정입니다.
After we receive custody of Councilor Rumo, the mayor's office will continue a separate investigation.
이걸로 시민 평유에는
정치적 입지를 크게 잃겠죠.
This would likely cause the Citizen Council to lose significant political standing.
그게 어떤 결과를 불러올지는 조금 더 두고 봐야겠습니다만.
We'll have to wait and see what results that brings, but
그래도 일단은 내부의 배신자를 색출했다는 기쁜 소식을 즐기시죠.
for now, let's enjoy the good news that we've rooted out a traitor in our midst. Yeah. It feels weird with each story ending on a happy note so far.
도망쳐! 괴물!
Run, monster!
어? 누구 보고 괴물이라는 거야? 이렇게 예쁜 괴물 봤어?
Huh? Who are you calling monster? Have I ever seen such a pretty monster? Yuki, trembling on the fallen man, her has anger in her voice.
역시 빙고였네.
Bingo, as expected.
꿈속에서 사건이 일어났던 장소를 감시하다 보면 뒷정리를 하려는 녀석들이 나타날 거라고 생각했거든.
I figured if I watched the places where incidents happened in the dreams, the guys trying to clean up would show up.
너희 카오스 교단이지?
You were the Chaos Sorter, aren't you?
아니,
No,
거짓말하면 재미없다.
it's no fun if you lie, right? In the alleyway, the man's screams had echoed. Quiet splashing footsteps sound. Yuki looks away from the man, gone silent and limp, and turns her gaze to the other end of the alley. Don't mind me. Just snapping a photo of this. Totally not going to analyze it.
네가 여기 대장이야?
Are you the boss here?
어디? 얼마나 잘났는지 얼굴이나
Let's see.
볼까?
How impressive are you? Should I take a look at your face? Shall we?
어? 너는
Huh? You're...
고생 많았어, 특사부장님.
Did Yuki just get blitzed? Yuki, the one with the hyperspeed superpower? Flash move. Total flash move. Good job, Special Investigation Chief.
하지만 더 이상은 우리도
We can't let this go on any further, you see. Cold voice flows down over the fallen Yuki. Yeah, this was a flash scene. But that's the end of the story. So you know what time that it is? Time for... Adelheid pose. We're starting at 9 pity. 1, 2, 3. Aw. Early? Eloise. 1 second. I'll take the Cassius though. That's 19 pulls. $29 pulls. Why is there no skip button? Okay, there we go. Cassius is max now. $39 pulls. Early. 5-star. This is 20. This is 30. Right? 31. 32. 33. 34. 35.
황금빛 길을 따라가면
There we go.
에메랄드
35 pulls.
나올 거야.
Early 1 50-50. It's 36, 37, 38, 39. You know what I'm gonna do to be funny? Because it is funny. 1 10-pole. How funny would it be to get them back to back? But no. But with that, that is everything I had planned for today. So, take care of Protoss and wait. So that's everything I planned today. So I'll see you all next time and take care of Protoss. Make sure to keep informed on the lore and story of KS0 Nightmare. Keep her out.